Hello, and welcome to RollBound. My name is Chas, and I am the DM for this wonderful group. We're going to go down the list and everyone introduce themselves, starting off with Groove. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Groove, and I am bound to the role of Chronoheris Mobius.
Alrighty, and Allie.
Hello, I am Ali. I am bound to the role of Charybdis Mobius.
Alrighty, Minnow.
Hello, my name is Minnow. I am bound to the role of Lady Reverie.
Awesome. Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I'm bound to the role of Maria.
And last but never least, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I am bound to the role of Winfrey McNeil.
Okay, so where we left off in combat, there are 2 bandits dead. That would be the Axeman and the Swordsman. The Swordsman is actually not dead, he is knocked out. He was knocked out by Lady Reverie doing non-lethal damage. So there is 1 mostly unalive archer, 1 barely injured archer, and then the bandit leader just got up. Continuing on down the line, it is Charybdis' turn.
I'm gonna fire a Ray of Frost at, Actually, I was in melee with the bandit leader, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Okay. Shocking grasp on him.
Alright.
I assume he's wearing metal armor?
Yes.
Okay. Advantage. That is over a 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
He takes 8 points of lightning damage and can't take reaction point. I'm going to have my familiar take the help action to give him disadvantage on his next attack. And then I'm going to back the fuck up. I'm going to position myself beside Chronoheris.
Alright, is that it for your turn?
Yep.
So that means we're going straight to the bandit leader.
Is he still blinded?
I believe he is.
Okay, so at the end of his turn.
So I actually am going to make that guy roll another perception roll to see if he even can find anybody right now. That's a natural 3, so nope. Y'all see the bandit swing very wide at, like, nothing in particular. You know what, can't even hit anybody right now, but I'll make a roll. It's a natural 8 anyway. So, y'all see, along with the fact that he's blind, that there is a ferret scratching his face, and he wildly swings his sword and just goes, "Ah!" And, nothing makes any purchase. That means that it is the next archer's turn. Going to make a shot at Winfrey again. Does a 20 not hit right now?
Yeah, it hits. It is.
Damn, that still sucks. Okay, you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I'm out of spells.
And that'll be the end of his turn. There's nothing really else he can do, and he's in a good spot. Chronoheris, it is your turn.
Chronoheris will attack the bandit leader, 19 to hit.
That does it. Go ahead and give me damage.
He's going to take 4 damage, speed reduced by 10 until the end of his next turn. Chronoheris ends his turn.
Cool. Then that means, Maria, it is your turn.
Can I see the archers, or are they, hidden?
No, the archers are no longer hidden, because one has been shooting at y'all for a while now, and then one of them has literally been having a cat fight with Winfrey for the last technical 5 minutes.
Okay.
Like, they've just been poking each other.
It's true.
The one that's not, the one that's less injured,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to turn to and point dramatically, be like, "You run away with a dog, tail between its legs." And I'm gonna cast Suggestion.
Alright, that's a whiz save for me, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. I remember Suggestion. That is a 14.
Damn. Okay.
Does that pass?
Yeah, that's the DC.
That's roughly.
Alright, anything else?
That'll be it.
Winfried, it's your turn.
So, I mean, the guy's still alive, and that's not okay.
Yeah, he's holding on by a thread. Like
He's holding on by a thread?
Like like his face is bleeding profusely. He has multiple stab wounds. He is holding on at this point by adrenaline.
Okay. Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to Hexblade's Curse him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to hopefully deal the killing blow. Oh yeah, it's a 12.
That misses by 1.
Oh. It is only damage rolls as
Don't you have
well.
plus on you?
You're so right, dude. That's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Finish him.
Sick. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is from the I'm gonna give him a good stabby stab in the belly, and then I'm gonna use the blood from the killing blow to fill my own wounds, and they're going to close and heal for 7 points of damage because of the Hexblade's curse.
Yeah,
And then-
bunch of blood splatters on your arm. He just goes, "Ugh!" and just falls to the ground.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rip the dagger out. I'm gonna fucking lick the blood from the dagger as I run like fucking Wolverine up to the next the next archer, fucking threatening him with my knife, ice pick grip, like ah! Trying to scare the shit out of him is what I'm attempting to do.
Alrighty, is that the end of your turn, Winfrey?
Yeah, it's in the turn, yeah.
Well, since that guy is deceased, that means it is Lady Reverie's turn.
Alright, so Lady Reverie, looking back and seeing Winfrey, apparently having taken care of the one archer, there's still one left, but leaving that for now, is going to turn to the bandit leader. Is not going to ask him to put down his weapons, and instead is just going to attack him with the Apricity Scintilla.
Roll.
And he's still blinded, correct?
Yes.
Alright, well that probably doesn't matter, because that's a shit roll. That is a 12. I have the Emboldening Bond. Is that on attack rolls as well?
Indeed, once per turn.
Once per turn, okay. That bumps it up to a 16.
That does make a hit.
Hey, nice, okay. And I got no smites. I am a smiteless piece of shit. 9 points of radiant damage. And when I hit him, I'm going to, do a grunt of exertion, just naturally from the attack, and then I'm going to try and scoop over to the side a little bit to try and throw him off a bit, in case he is still blinded for the next turn.
Alright.
But still within 5 feet of him.
Yeah. Anything
Just
else for
doing
you?
a Dark Souls loop around. Nope,
Yeah,
that's it.
Just doing a little shuffle.
Mhm.
Little Bloodborne slide. Whoop.
Give him a dog.
Mhm.
Give him a dodge roll. Do it
Alright.
again.
I only got one leg. I can't really do that.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I could. It would just my leg might fall
Your
off.
leg would fall off.
Yeah.
Alright, that means Charybdis, it is now your turn.
I am going to have my familiar use its reaction to deliver a shocking grasp. Going to hit. That is a 22.
That does hit.
That is going to deal him 6 points of lightning damage.
Alright.
That's all I'm doing.
Alright. do top of the round. It is the bandit leader's turn. I'm going to make a quick perception thing to see if, based on hearing, to see if he could tell where Reverie went.
He still has a ferret clawing his face.
He does, yeah. So I am still taking that roll at disadvantage. The second dice was a nat 1, so he has no idea what's going on. You see him, like, start to turn towards Reverie, but then, like, the ferret, like, scratches the right side of his face, so he turns in the other direction. And he swings his sword again, and makes no purchase towards anybody. Also, it's a wisdom... Is that the spell where he can make a save to see if he's not blinded anymore?
I believe it's a con save at the end of his turn.
Con save at the end of his turn? I forgot to do that, like, 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Alright, that is a 14.
That passes.
Okay.
Roll Reggie.
Ruh-roh Reggie. Because I remember I forgot to do it 2 turns in a row, and I just remembered, but I didn't want to be like, oh, Redcon, go back! Because that's not fair of me. If I forgot. Alright. That'll be the end of his turn, so it's the first archer's turn, but now Winfrey's up in his face, so he can't use his bow.
Correct. Or he could, that'd be great if he did, because then it would be disadvantage. Be nice of him, I think.
No, he's also going to... You're gonna get into another stabby fight with another man. Again. Stabby fight part 2 electric boogaloo, except for the fact
Welcome back, we never left.
except for the fact that he got an 8, so no he doesn't.
Hey.
With this shit again! That'll be the end of his turn, which means Colonel Harris, it is your turn.
Hey, Chrono Eris is going to attack the bandit leader once again. That's a natural 20.
Woo!
He will take 9 damage and be slowed by 10 feet. Chrono Harris ends his turn.
Yeah, this bandit leader is looking pretty rough, as like he's hit with another just wave of frost, and he's like, "Ugh!" Is that it for your turn, Colonel Harris?
Yes.
Okay, that means Maria, it is your turn.
I was gonna shoot with my bow, or my crossbow, but does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Okay, then that's the end of my turn.
Oh no! Alright, that means Winfrey, it is your turn.
Oh, already. Wow, we're getting through these, huh?
We win these?
We do win these.
We win
Can I move my curse to people if they die?
No.
No, it ends early if the target dies. Okay. In that case, I think you guys already know what's gonna happen.
Stab, stab, stab.
I'm gonna stab him. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Get fucked, nerd. 5 points of damage.
Get fucked, nerd.
Oh, you know what? I should be using my action to intimidate this guy so he fucking runs away. I'm tired of stabbing things over and over again. Next turn.
Yeah, just,
Now that he's hurt, maybe he's more susceptible to being fucking afraid.
just boo! Ah!
Yeah. For real.
Although she doesn't even put out that much effort, she just goes boo, and then he leaves. Alright, that means
This is the part where you run away.
that means that it is Lady Reverie's turn.
Okay. So Boss Boy is no longer blinded. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a poke anyway. Or slap, I guess.
Alright, go right ahead.
That is an unnatural 20.
That hits.
Is emboldening bond, can I do that on damage, or is it just ability checks, saving throws, attack rolls?
It is only saving throw, attack roll, ability check.
Okay. That's fine. In that case, he takes a total of 7 points of radiant damage.
Alright, Lady Reverie. Tell us how he dies.
Oh boy.
Hey.
So I think that the lights come back on. He is able to look up just in time as he turns and spins to Lady Reverie, who is now standing behind him. And on her, you can see that there's a sad expression on her face as the apricity scintilla, that golden beam of light, shoots out and strikes across the throat. And as it does, instead of drawing blood, as you may expect, it instead opens the wound up, and you see the flesh go gray and begin to disintegrate into ash, and he is dead before he hits the ground.
Whoop whoop!
Sick.
Also, I
Does
think
it seem like a whoop whoop moment? That seems like an oh fuck moment.
I think that's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna. I think that's what I'm gonna say from now on. Y'all tell us how he dies.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
So is that all? for your turn,
And then
Reverie? Oh, go ahead.
once that's done, I will then move my 30 feet over to the second archer, and I want to be within 5 feet of Winfrey if I can,
Okay.
but also within 5 feet of the archer.
All right. They're like right on each other, so that's definitely possible. You can just come in from the side.
Do I have enough time to say something?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'll just say, this is the time to run. Enough of you have died already. Just go. And that'll be my turn.
All right, that means Charybdis, it is your turn.
Ray of Frost at the standing archer.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Yep. Fuck him up.
And that will be 12 points of damage.
Boy.
As Charybdis, just like seeing the bandit leader fall, just turns her attention and staff towards him, and then just brings the pommel end towards him, and then just shoots it right in his fucking face. That's all I'm doing for my turn, though.
That means it is back up to the archer's turn.
He's slowed by 10 feet, by the way.
Yeah. He sort of like looks around and he looks at Reverie and then looks at Winfrey and then looks at his dead leader, and Winfrey and Reverie, you just kind of watch him like drop his dagger and then like collapse to the ground, like on his butt, like in a sitting position. Which means that... Oop, sorry, I almost dropped my book. This last bandit has surrendered. He is terrified and bleeding profusely. Now, next turn
Alright.
after that is Chrono Harris. So if like any of you want to just say fuck this guy, by all means. But in terms of him, he has surrendered completely.
Yeah, Chrono Harris comes out of his covert position and says, Reverie, find him.
Yeah, if we're out of initiative order, I will.
Alright, who is
There's
missing
also-
HP?
There's also
You
the
interrupted me.
sword guy. I did, you're right, and I'll do it again. Fucking do it again.
What is the sword guy doing?
Yeah, there's sword guy who is also just unconscious on the ground and needs to be bound if we are doing that. Reverie's
yeah.
also okay with just letting him fucking bolt. But if you say that, she will tie him up.
Yep. Tie them up. And then who is missing HP and how much? I know Reverie, how much HP are you missing?
I'm fine.
Okay. Winfrey,
I'm missing 3 because I healed myself.
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.
1, 2, 3. Chrono Harris hands you 3 little swirling blue motes and tells you to eat them without an explanation. Anyone else? Charybdis, you're missing HP, right?
I'm at 15 out of 23.
15 out of 23. Okay, yeah. Chrono Harris hands you 8 berries. Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. Or, well, yeah, 8 motes. Of course, grimness, they'll still be bitter, but certainly wrap your wounds. Anyone else? Missing HP? Need healing? I have to do this by, the end of the rest. These expire at the end, so...
Maria, did you take any damage?
No, I'm okay.
That sounds nice. How about Corona Harris? Did you take any?
No.
Alright, do you have any left?
Yes, I have 38. Can use them any way we want. They expire pretty much the end of the rest. Yes.
Alright, well, if everyone else has already gotten enough, I'll take 19.
19? Okay. You know what? He hands you the remaining 38 and just says, hold these.
Alright. She'll hold them. She won't eat them.
Yeah. He kind of stares. He's like, you can eat them too.
Well, that's the second part of the clause. And then she eats them. Until she feels better.
Alright. And then, Dungeon Master, I believe you said we may feed good berries to unconscious beings.
Yeah.
Okay. Once the two are bound, he will slip one of the motes into each of their mouths and kind of force their jaws up and down to chew. Essentially how this looks is as you slip the mote into your mouth and chew it, it tastes very simple but very sweet. Sort of like a very basic dessert, sugar and starch. And as you chew it, one of your wounds destabilizes and seems to revert back to an earlier state. So as Reverie gulps them down, a cut on her leg would very slowly come together until it is restored back to its earlier form. For the bandit, however, I guess their giant bruise from whatever wound had knocked them unconscious, or in the case of the tied-up one, nothing, would come back a bit, and they would return to consciousness, at which point Chrono Harris would say, hey.
Real quick, though, before, because we don't have both of them tied up, right? Just one of them?
Yeah, the archer, because
They're both tied up.
Yeah, the archer, because he wasn't even knocked out, he got tied up, but the swordsman, I think they said, unless I missed something, that y'all didn't tie him up.
I was intending to get to that once I had the one tied up. I didn't see, but yeah, for clarity, they're both tied up and their hands are bound in such a way that they are back to back and tied together.
Okay.
And so,
as the one wakes up, does he say anything?
Yeah, you see him sort of lift his head, and his voice is a little muffled because he's wearing a bandana over his face, but he goes, What happened?
Winfrey's gonna get right to work.
Holds the bandana down and looks over. What is Winfrey doing?
What is Winfrey doing? Winfrey's standing in front of the archer. She's gonna ask him some questions. It seems like she's leaving the swordsman to everybody else because she has less of a vendetta against him.
Lady Reverie is going to be watching very closely, and she still has her shield out.
Yeah, the archer looks up at Winfrey, and he is, literally shaking. He is, his whole body's trembling. He's shaking so much that it's making the other guy shake, too. Just wiggling because the other guy's shaking so much.
Winfrey's gonna give him a smile with the crimson dagger held in front of his face. And she's just gonna hold it there for him to see. And she's gonna say, you know how annoying it is to get you and your friend's blood on me? Granted, his did help out quite a bit. But I wouldn't mind having a bit more of yours if you don't tell me what I want. Aye then.
I don't...
Is this all of you and your a band of thieves here?
Is this all of us? No.
Oh, so you're telling me there's more of you gobshites being stupid as hell, trying to pick on people that ain't your own size?
Yeah, there's a whole group of us. We're just a small group out of a bigger one.
Well then tell me where the fuck the rest of you be residing.
They're out to the east, a little closer to Farwood. There's a whole camp.
Oh, you best not be lying to me, a piece of shit.
No, ma'am.
I'm gonna check him up and down, make sure he's not actually lying.
Do you want to make an insight check?
I absolutely do, and I'm very good at those because, believe it or not, Winfrey's pretty empathic. It's a 9.
You have no idea, but he looks like he's pissed himself, so, maybe.
Oh, if he's pissed himself, then he's not lying. You have any idea how hard it is to piss on command? It's like your dick knows you're wearing pants.
Can confirm.
Oh, good.
I cannot confirm because I've never tried.
I haven't either. That's a quote from The Walking Dead.
Poser.
Well, no,
right.
weird.
Corner snaps his fingers, prestidigitation, the smell of piss evaporates. And,
Yeah, you hear the sword guy pipe up at the archer and go, "Fucking dumbass."
I think at this point, Charybdis will kneel down in front of the sword guy and then just have a bright smile on her face and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? You seem like you're having a rough day.
Fuck off.
I guess this whole raid didn't exactly go how you planned it, huh? Seems like your leader was not very smart. You seem like you're smarter. I'll tell you what. Normally, where I'm from, your actions today would earn you a lifelong prison sentence. If not a straight-up execution. But we kind of don't have the means of imprisoning you, and we really don't want to take you with us. So, I'll cut you deep. You tell us what you can, you and your friend here. And I'll make sure Winfrey doesn't surgically remove your intestines.
Oh, yeah. When I say you leave everything with us, I do mean everything.
The archer, whimpers, and the swords guy goes, it is very obvious that the archer is a lot younger than the other guy, which is why the other guy's getting frustrated that the archer is just spilling his guts, almost literally, about everything that's going on.
Charybdis...
And, you go ahead.
Charybdis is just going to reach out and gently caress the swordsman's face and say, "Come on now. You know how these things work. One failed raid, that's bad news. That usually means it's time to hang it up. You have a family to go back to, I assume? Something. Anything has to be better than this. Right? Instead of, being tied to some other moron who's in the same line of work."
You rich people don't understand anything.
As he says this, Charybdis' hand goes from caressing his cheek to being wrapped around his throat as sparks begin to come out of her fingers. Sort of like, it's sort of a similar sensation as to when you put a battery in your mouth, but just around his neck.
It's one of those trick gum packets.
Yeah. And she's going to say, "Listen, I don't think killing people who can't defend themselves is a good thing to do. But I also don't think that you need your vocal cords. I think if you spent the rest of your life not being able to speak, you would probably still be able to make a decent living for yourself. So please don't make me do that, okay?"
He just stares at you, he doesn't have a response.
"Good boy." And she pats his head.
Yeah, the archer is just shaking. He's like, are you gonna kill us?
Winfrey, what do you think? Should we kill them?
I don't know, it depends. How much more annoying do they plan on being to us?
That's a great question. Hey, how much more annoying do you plan on being to us?
The swordsman just rolls his eyes. The archer just goes, "I just want to go home."
I think at this point, Charybdis is going to snap her fingers, and Talk is going to appear on the swordsman's head. And just, like, reach a paw into his right ear and just start scratching. Not enough to really be painful, it's just really annoying.
Get off!
He does not get up.
Charybdis.
Yeah?
Good people don't torture, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I'm not doing anything.
good. He kind of slips Talk out of the ear. Okay. I'm kind of tired of this and a little tired in general. So can you please tell us who exactly sent you and why you're here?
The swordsman pipes and goes, "We're just a group of bandits. That's it. There's no
Friend,
big
I think
scheme."
that we are... I think that we're done talking with you, okay? You're not helping yourself right now. I will, go over next to the archer and I will crouch down, which will put me at roughly Winfrey's height, but Tish. And I look down and I just say, "Hey, kid, what's your name?"
Me?
You're the kid.
My name is Eris.
Eris. I'm sorry we had to meet like this, and I really don't want things to end the way that it seems they're going to. So, for now, I want to make sure that you can get back home. I want to make sure that you can get back to your family, and I want to make sure that we never see each other again. Because we are going to be headed to that camp, you understand. And you've seen what we've done here. And next time we'll be just as prepared. So, I want you to listen very closely and weigh your options, and think about what it is that really matters more to you. You can be like this one here, and I'll slap the swordsman on the back of the head lightly. Not hard, just like a little bit of like slap. You can be like this one here and die with your pride. Or you can go home and you can find out that there's something much, much better than a fool's stubbornness. Okay, Eris?
Okay.
So here's what I want from you. How many people... You know what, better yet, because I'm just gonna forget, let's be honest. I want you to answer Winfrey's questions, and if you do, I will stop her from killing you. Okay?
Okay.
And depending on
Offer
how
goes
you,
to you
on
as
how you
well,
answer.
there, Swordsman. Sorry, you
No,
go
you
ahead.
can go. No, you weren't done yet.
Oh, I was just gonna say, offer goes to you as well, Swordsman. And then she will step back. She still has her shield out. And she, again, is still watching this very closely. And those of you who are maybe a bit more perceptive will notice that this is a very similar stance that she takes when she is protecting one of you from danger. And it looks like she is doing that to them as well. But apart from that she just steps back and lets you all take over again.
The swordman groans. He goes, "God, just let the kid go. He had no idea."
By the looks of it, it seems like none of you had the idea. None
I
of
know.
that.
I know what we were doing. Boss saw an easy mark, allegedly. We go, we try to take their gold without violence. People don't respond well to not wanting their shit taken. Some people get their ass kicked. Some of those poor unfortunates die. We literally just picked up the kid. He was in a carriage crash. Boss convinced him that we would pay him to just be a guard for what we were doing. He literally had no idea.
Thinking that you spotted an easy mark is a good way to have no idea yourself. But, depending on how the rest of this goes, I might not feel like killing you anyways. So, tell me, Eris, where's your home?
I'm from Firefall.
You're from Firefall, are you? Quaint little place. We're nice this time of year, innit?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. Go on, get out of here. You can't tell me anything I want to know. And I'm gonna slash his restraints off. And I'm gonna say, but if I see you out on this road again before we get to Firefall ourselves, I don't think I'll be so understanding this next time.
He, nods really fast. He nods so fast you can hear his jaw clicking from how fast he's nodding. He goes, "Yes, ma'am."
Right. We ain't done yet. Hold up. You're forgetting something.
What?
What have you got in your pockets?
He
I'm guessing a lot of things what don't belong to you, eh?
He empties out his pockets and he pulls his pockets out of his pants, show empty pockets, and he goes, "The boss took everything I had."
Oh, well, shite, we can't have that now, can we?
I guess not.
Anyone gonna be wanting that big man's sword over there?
Oh, yeah, that's what Maria has been doing when you guys have been, doing that whole thing. She would have been, looting the, bandit leader.
There's a great axe or something like that on the man, ain't there?
Yeah, the bandit leader has a great sword, and then the axeman still has his axe. The two biggest dudes are the sword guy, the great sword, so the bandit leader, and then the axeman.
Any of us gonna be using either of those big hunks of metal?
Charybdis just looks at the greatsword and says, "Oh, I wish. Yeah, this is a bit big for me, though."
Aye, you're gonna leave your bow and all of your arrows alongside any of your other small arms with you. You're gonna take the big sword, none of us are gonna use it, and you're gonna need it if we run into you again.
Okay.
Oh, and also, Charybdis walks up to the archer, and then just has water skin in hand, and says, "Take a drink for the road. Don't want you getting dehydrated."
Just a swig, you're giving that back, eh?
Yeah, and he takes a drink, he does it elementary school waterfall style, where he doesn't actually put his mouth on it, he just kind of pours some into his mouth, and then hands it back to Charybdis shakily and nods his head.
Charybdis then looks to the severed rope, and then just concentrates for a second, as an ethereal clock appears over it, and the hand starts spinning backwards as I cast Mending. The rope just reattaches itself.
Eris,
Yes?
what happened to your caravan?
I don't know. I was taking a nap while my parents were driving us to Valier, and then it set on fire, and I was the only one left. These guys...
Where was this? Colonel Harris pulls out a map and asks the bitch to point to where this occurred.
He points it, a little off to the west of, obviously the caravan he was taking was not on the same road y'all are on, but, probably a different trail off to the west of the city. And he, kind of points in, a forested area off from the city, but, going in the same direction down to Valier, just not the same road y'all are taking.
Okay, is this near the place where we were attacked? Well, we attacked those fire sprites?
A bit further away from that. Definitely not that close to the city, no.
Okay. Where are you going now?
Probably back to Firefall.
Well, yes?
I'm sorry?
We don't want your apologies or your bleeding shite, just get the fuck out of here.
No. If you're going to Firefall, you should probably accompany us.
You actually want this piece of shite with us?
Yes. You're just going to leave him to die? It's kind of unreasonable.
Not leaving him to die, we give him a drink of water and a way to defend himself. He makes his way back and he never sees us again.
Eris, do you have a map? Clearly you don't. Do you have any kind of food? No, obviously not. Do you have any idea of where you're going?
I know it's up the road.
No, clearly
this
not.
way. Oh, okay.
Up the road. Yeah, no. I don't really like killing people. Eris, go and clean up these bodies.
Yes, sir.
This will assist the young lad.
Yeah.
Chrono Eris is going to go back to sleep.
I'm done babysitting. Goodbye.
While that's going on, while that's going on, Reverie is going to move over to the Swordsman, because she still has some questions for him as well, and assumes that Winfrey probably does also.
Mm-hmm. By the way, when Winfrey is speaking to Chrono Harris, the dagger made of blood is going to dissolve and melt away, falling back into the hole that it originally came out of in her hand.
Gross. But cool.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to y'all. I'm just typing out your loot.
Okay. Thank you. You ask your questions first, because it might answer some of mine.
Yeah. Lady Reverie's gonna go over and crouch down again in front of the Swordsman this time and say, I didn't get your name.
I don't think I want to give it to you.
That's fair. I'm not owed anything from you. I do want to know, though, why do you care about the kid?
Because I know the line of work I chose. I know what I do. I've killed people. There's plenty of blood on my name. But that kid, he was just in an accident, and he didn't choose anything. I'm a man of choice. Everything I do, I chose to do it. He was just a boy whose entire family got killed. He was the sole survivor, and we just so happened to have found him when looting the remains.
And so you came from an upstanding family in an upstanding place, always had everything you wanted, and one day just decided to start killing?
Nope.
It's weird how that works out sometimes.
I was a soldier once upon a time, and after I retired, well, they kicked me to the streets.
An unfair story, and it's one that I've heard enough times that I believe you. Don't you wish that you had someone like you for that boy? Imagine how things could have been different.
Again.
I don't blame you. It's okay. I don't blame you. I also don't think that you're as far gone as you seem to think you are, and that's okay. I can't convince you otherwise. You'll have to convince yourself. But I know that I've known a lot of monsters in my time, and they didn't stand up for kids like that. They were the ones stepping on their necks. So, you don't have to tell me your name. I'll just keep calling you Swordsman. That's fine. But I think that you could be much, much more than that. After all, you're a soldier, right? Clearly know how to use that thing. The ass-kicking you just took notwithstanding, of course. Can't imagine that there's not something in the line of work. But that's not for me to say. What is for me to say is that I do have a few more questions because, like I said, we do have some unfinished business. And you seem to know a bit more than him. And therefore, I want to know, how many of you are there in this bandit group?
About 2,000.
You'll not be going back. Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, just sort of like looking him up and down, seeing the ease with which he responded. Natural 1. Bum.
Yeah. You cannot tell if he's lying
that's okay.
or not. He has a really good straight face.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case, I just sort of like nod, and I say, how long have you been active in these parts?
About 3 years.
Was this the group that you started with, or are you from a few others before?
Same group.
Straight out of the army?
Not everyone. A good lot of them, though.
I understand. How did you meet up with them? You typically don't find advertisements on the local bulletin board.
Nah. I was walking along the city walls of Firefall one night and I heard a commotion. Saw some rich people getting looted, and they were beating the bandits' asses, quite frankly. Their guards were being a little unkind-like, and I intervened. They asked me to make a choice. 'Cause if they just let me go, I could have reported them to the guards. But one of them was another lad like me. An ex-army man that got kicked to the curb because he got too old. They told me there was plenty of beer and gold to be had, so I joined up with them.
She nods and just listens for a bit, and when it seems like he is done talking, she'll continue and says, "Seems like your leader is fond of taking in strays, but it also seems like he's fond of them holding them in. The boy said that the boss took all of his loot, everything he had. Did he do the same with you?"
Well, can't take much from a man who has nothing, now can you? I had a single gold piece to my name and a sword on my back.
And what would happen if you decided to leave?
You know, I don't really know. I know one guy
What's your best guess?
I know one guy got the shit kicked out of him. They didn't kill him. They just stripped him of all his belongings, gave him a dagger, and kicked him out into the woods.
Doesn't sound like they take nothing to me. But again, you know them better than I do. And again, I'm not here to judge. Tell me about this leader of yours. What is their name? Who are they? What are they like?
See, that's where I don't want to get my own head lopped off.
I look over to Winfrey, I look back, and I say, "Well, that's good. That's why you should tell me."
See, that's why I'm not going to tell you. I'm not afraid to die to keep information secret. That man, he's a dangerous bloke, alright. Because that little bastard over there, and he, notions his head to, the person that led that thing. He's just big old drunken oaf. The guy that runs the Ashes, he's a crazy son of a bitch.
So would you say that you're more afraid of him than you are loyal to him?
I wouldn't call it afraid, I would call it intimidated. I think I'd have a fair chance in a fight, but no, I don't think I'd win.
That's fair. Thank you for your honesty. Well, Swordsman, personally, I think that you're a better person than you think you are. For whatever you've done in the past, and for whatever led you there. Personally, I believe that there's much more for you than this, and I gesture to the body of the axe person that I think was fucking eviscerated. Or no, his head got turned into soup by electricity.
Yep.
I point over to that and I say, I think that you're destined for better than that, and I think that you've seen enough of it. Wouldn't you agree? Even before you joined this line of work.
You know, lass, you have a very good heart. It's too bad you use it on people that don't deserve it.
I don't think there is such a person.
Ow. Oh man, that hurt. But at least we all made it through. Shame the same can't be said about the bandits. Thank you for checking out episode 9 of RollBound. RollBound's episodes will premiere every Monday on YouTube and Spotify. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at RollBoundPC for more updates, TTRPG content, and most of all, memes. Tune in next week for episode 10, where we learn more about the fearsome leader of the Ash Bandits, make it to the city walls of Firefall, and all get along 100% of the time without any bickering at all. I think. That's how I remember it, at least. See you then.